Hi folks, hey, just another slightly different video from myself. I used to do a few of these videos at one point regarding the diesel heater, but this one has been in place now for quite some time. It's been in place for about a year. We did replace the 22mm pump with a 28mm pump, but that actually failed just a few weeks ago, so I replaced it with another 28mm pump, and I've had problems on starting with it. The issue with starting has been a lot of smoke. Now, I've had it in bits, nothing wrong with it, can't find any issues, but I think I know what the problem in actual fact is. Now, whether or not it's down to the cheapness of the pumps, or whether it is down to the placement of the fuel tank, I'm not sure, but I'm kind of leaning towards the placement of the fuel tank. Now, it's been fine with the previous one, but not any good with this. It's running a bit hot today. I've actually got it up to full power, warm it up quick, turn it back down to the I've got one of the controllers, unfortunately, that doesn't it doesn't have all the settings that some of them do. This is just a preset thing, so I mostly run this one on the Alpine mode. Anyway, so what happens is, in the morning, it's alright if you go out for a while, have it off for a couple of hours, 2 or 3 hours, put it back on, it's fine. But when you leave it overnight, you get quite a lot of white smoke, incomplete combustion coming out of it. I've sussed it out what the problem in actual fact is. I'll just show you the placement of the tank. Let me move all this out of the way. Placement of the tank is fairly high, but what I did do is I fitted a fuel tap to turn it off. I usually do that in the summer when it's not being used, turn it off. We're running this totally on kerosene, never used diesel in it, and the fuel filter is mounted outside, because sometimes when you open it up, the kerosene comes out, and of course it makes a hell of a stink in the shed. So I'd rather have that outside, and always put a wee cover over the filter so the stuff doesn't, the filter down here, so the stuff doesn't get all over it and make it stink. So what I did, what I have done a couple of times, I marked the fuel pipe. You'll see there's a wee red line, and normally that's where the bubble, or you will get the bubble lying at the highest point. But I noticed that the bubble had moved down a bit, so I'm thinking, well, it shouldn't have moved, it should be exactly the same place when it stopped. So the pump's leaking through. When you first power it up in the morning, I'd go out and sniff the exhaust, and I'm not an exhaust sniffer, but it's quite obvious that there's a kerosene lying inside the pump, the combustion chamber, because of the smell. And then as the glow plug warms up, it tries to fire up even before it's pumped, so there's obviously kerosene lying on it, so the pump has to be leaking through. So what I have done, just to prove the point, is at night, when I've finished with it, I turn it off, the pump, and then of course I turn the pump on in the morning, fire it up, and it fires up lovely and clean. So the pumps are leaking through. Never happened with the original one that was on here, nor the first 22mm one. I didn't do it either. And you'll be saying, that's the wrong angle for the pump. It is not the wrong angle for the pump, it's the proper angle for the pump. The manufacturers say so many degrees, which is fair enough, it's alright at that. You cannot have them horizontal, but ideally, and best way, is vertically, because it pushes all the bubbles out, and then the body of the pump mechanism is fully doused in diesel or kerosene. Kerosene still has some oil in it. It is not completely oil free like petrol, so there's still oil in it, so the pump still gets lubricated. So kerosene is fine in these machines. I've done hundreds and hundreds of hours with the other pump and the original ones, and I have to say it was only during the summer time, and it was an electrical fault in the pump. The pump had gone open circuit, nothing to do with lubrication. So anyway, there you go. This shed is used for my amateur radio stuff, my station, and fixing things. It's a bit of untidiness at the moment, and I'm out here a lot, and I mean a lot, hours in a day, and I suffer with a cold, I've got heart issues, So it is on a lot. Even in the kind of slightly warmer weather, I'll have it on. Now, so anyway, there you go. I just thought I'd let you know that if you are getting white smoke when you fire it up from cold, look at two things: the height of your fuel tank above the level of the unit. It does tell you that in instructions that it has to be within a certain height above and a certain depth below it, right? Above that you'll have problems, and I have it too high, I know that. So and also the pumps can leak through. Excuse me. So the idea here is to fit a fuel tap on your tank. When you're not using it overnight, turn it off and put it back on again in the morning. It's only a 2-second job to do that, to turn a tap on and off, and that'll cure your issue. So there you go. Thanks for watching. Take care everybody. All the best.